people trust AI to help write their college essays and their wedding vows, then why not how to build an investment portfolio? I asked ChatGPT how it would invest my money, and it gave me two very different responses. One's conservative, and the other's high risk. In this video, I'll walk you through both and show how to use AI-generated output as a starting point for investing. Let's kick it off with a simple prompt. You can see here that I'm using ChatGPT version 4.5. I told it to assume that I'm 45 years old with $100,000 to invest and asked what to do with my money. With no extra details, it assumed I had a balanced or medium risk tolerance and was aiming for retirement. Fair assumptions, and this is pretty standard stuff, but if your particular situation doesn't match the AI assumptions, then be ready to add some clarifying prompts. Now you'll notice that the initial recommendation here isn't about picking stocks, it's about choosing your mix of asset classes, stocks, bonds, and cash. That decision alone accounts for the majority of a portfolio's long-term return, far more than trying to pick winners. The next step is about deciding how to mimic the various types of markets to invest in. And for this, so long as you're choosing a low-cost ETF or mutual fund, then you're on the right track, which I believe it's doing. I also wanted to show you the results here using version 4.0 of ChatGPT. To my surprise, the older model actually gave more granularity. The stocks were further divided into US and international stocks, as you can see here. And we also have some smaller categories for alternative REITs and thematic speculative stocks. I would have thought the newer 4S model would have done a better job of providing finer detail, but you can always ask the AI on a follow-up prompt to give you the level of precision that you're looking for. But let's say you're younger, have disposable income, and see the market more as just a fun, high-stakes game to play. That brings us to our second profile. For this next scenario, I gave ChatGPT a more detailed prompt. Assume that I'm a 25-year-old software developer living in Houston. Single, with high income to expense ratio, high risk tolerance, and seeking to speculate. This hypothetical investor is not worried about downside risk or retirement. He just wants to make as much money as possible from his $10,000 of cash. And he's going to target a concentrated portfolio with just 3 security holdings. So this is the detailed prompt that I entered, and there's no surprise here with the output. The 3 securities, high-risk securities we have are Tesla, then followed by NVIDIA, and then finally Palantir Technologies. These are 3 stocks all within the technology sector and with AI exposure. I'd expected ChatGPT to throw in a meme stock or cryptocurrency or something riskier, but even with all my high-risk inputs, it still gave me relatively mainstream names. I might have considered adding some international or emerging market exposure or at least one stock outside of tech just to diversify the risk, but turns out that's not the output. For disclosure, I don't own any of these stocks myself, and I'm not making predictions about where they're headed. This video is strictly for general education, not investment advice. These tools can help surface ideas, but it's on you to pressure test them. Try asking follow-up questions or fine-tune the inputs based on your own individualized profile. So what do you think? If you're investing your own money, would you have any use at all for these AI-generated recommendations, or at least provide you a roadmap to start? If you want to see more videos on money in the markets, please hit that subscribe button. See you next time.